How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And, yeah, it's some barrel-aged stout time. Barrel-aged stout time with some wax that I'll probably have to deal with quite a while. And that is Tusk Grain Barrel-Aged Blend number 1. Second Tusk Grain beer I am reviewing. The first one was a mystery beer sent to me from San Diego. Getting through that wax, a couple people actually knew that it was a Tuscan grain beer based off the way the wax looked, even though it was wrapped up. And that took a little bit of time to get through wax-wise. This one actually was given to me as a bonus beer. I actually hooked a fellow local beer nerd up, Brandon. Thanks very much, Brandon. I hooked him up some beer, picked him up some beer, and this is a thank you beer that he gave me for doing that. So much appreciation, Brandon. Thank you very much. So yeah, anyway, let's dive into it, see what she has to offer. Label-wise, it says, quality crafted Tuscan grain, barrel-aged blend number 1, overwhelmingly rich and decadent. 12.5% alcohol by volume, San Diego, California. In the back here, try to speed through this. For our inaugural barrel release, we present to you an expressive union between the handcrafted beer and American oak. We carefully designed 3 beers consisting of a barley wine, Imperial porter, and Imperial stout to mature in some of our Kentucky's finest bourbon barrels. The result is beautiful, overwhelming, rich, staggeringly decadent. This beer challenges complexity by bringing toffee, chocolate, dark fruits, and oak to your palate, all while maintaining the essence of what defines a great barrel-aged beer. Whether you enjoy fresh or age for years to come, we offer you this simple representation of all that is Tuscan grain. Yeah, winter 2016. So it might be 6 months old. We're talking about March 2017 now. Late March 2017. So maybe 6 months old. Batch number 1. Label-wise, it's cool. I like the label. I like it. Simplicity at its finest, I guess you would say. It's a little bit too simple for me, but I dig it. But I like the styling on it. Again, this wax is going to be a fucking nightmare, so I actually should start digging into that, see what she's got. But it's cool. I dig it. I think it's trying a little bit too hard. It's a very it feels like Pinterest in beer form. Oh, look at that. That came off easy. I thought I was going to be a super pain in the ass. But yeah, it's a little too Pinterest for me, style-wise. Almost like it was designed by, like, taking an algorithm of what is cool when it comes to, like, hipster labels and creating it off that. I know it's a little bit, me being a little bit too cynical, but hey, that's what I fucking do, baby. I do the cynical. So almost done here, and there we go. Boom. See, I thought it was going to be way worse than that. Let's dive into this, see what she's got. So, barley wine. Was it a barley wine, a stout, and a porter is what they're talking about in this one. So, let's see what she's got. Darkness. The darkness is there. Nothing too crazy, though. It's not the darkest beer in the history of mankind. Start to get a little rough in this pour, see if we can generate a head on that sucker. And, yeah. 3/4 of a pinky finger. Would I look like my coffee to look like colored head? Looks very vibrant, even though it's a barrel-aged beer. Tight, compact bubbles, and it's dark. It's not the darkest beer in the history of mankind. Dark, rich browns with a little bit of kind of reddish mahogany goodness going on in there. So, but yeah, she looks not too shabby. Same with the nose on her. Oh, okay. There's barrels involved in this. If you took a sugar daddy, cooked it down with a little bit of liquid smoke, Hershey syrup, splash of bourbon, thank you. Something bittering. I need a bittering in there. Maybe just straight, take the Hershey syrup, replace that with just straight chocolate, bittered chocolate, non-sweetened chocolate. And that's what you got going on here. Very barrel forward. I'm getting a bit of that kind of Imperial Stout there, a little bit of barley wine-esqueness, beerness, let's put it that way, but at the same time the barrel is dominant in the nose. A little smokiness, a little charriness, definite booziness, or spiritness. The booze isn't too great. It's not burning my nostrils, but I can tell it's there. But the beer is definitely, while present, not as big as the barrel. Let's dive in. Cheers. Way, way less sweet than I thought it was going to be based off the nose. Way less sweet. Wow. I think I like it, though. I'm not quite sure yet. I gotta take another sip. Yeah. With the amount of spirit going on there, I thought it was going to come off a bit sweeter. But it's definitely way less sweet than I expected. I don't know if that's the amount of charriness in there, which I doubt, because then it would impart way more booziness. I don't know if it's a super bittering malt or it's a like hefty hop addition of like basic old school hops, just giving just straight up bitterness, but it's definitely way less sweet than what you'd expect and what I think it should be. Nice mouthfeel to it, especially talking about a multi-blended beer that's barrel aged. When you first actually get it in your mouth, it's kind of like, it's almost like a vacuum. There's a little bit of subtle bitter and subtle sweet flavor, but it's kind of like that bittering is just staging an attack. When you go to swallow, I shouldn't even actually put it that way. It's not bitter. It is bitter, but the tannins on this are insane. It just dawned on me that I'm kind of confusing a little bit of bitterness with oakiness. The sweetness is okay, but that oak dries the living shit out of your tongue. So I'm going to rewind a little bit here, kind of restate my claim on what this beer has going on. It's definitely bitter, and I think it has a decent sweetness to it, but I think it all is for naught because of that oak. That oak is so gigantic. It's so huge. I wouldn't call it negative oak tannins. I just think it's like literally infused with so much oak that it shuts your fucking taste buds down to the point where you have a hard time actually tasting anything else that's going on. It's like a weird game because there is sweetness there. You can smell it. You can smell a little bit of bitterness, and you can actually taste the sweetness and bitterness kind of floating around the edges, but they just never come. And I think it's because that oak just dries and shuts down your fucking mouth completely. Yeah, you can tell that it wants to be sweet. It wants to be so much more. Wow, that's weird. That's weird. Interesting. Weird. Not balanced. But, yeah. The most oak-forward beer in the history of mankind, let's put it that way. Yeah, it's almost like a chemical reaction that happens. Like, let's put it this way. I hate gin. I can't stand it. I drank it before, and it tastes like pine air freshener rubbing against my tongue. It's fucking disgusting. And now I've had fucking seltzer water, tonic, you know what I mean, water before, and that's fucking disgusting. It's like an ashtray had a baby with fucking something else and made water. It's just, ugh, no good. My girlfriend drinks gin and tonics, and, so obviously, being the good boyfriend that I am, I got gin and tonic at my house. And I was making her a couple, and she's like, try it. And I finally tried the mixture of a gin and tonic, and it was fucking delicious. And it blew my mind. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I was like, okay, I gotta look this up. So I looked it up, and I did some research, and there's an actual chemical reaction between the gin and the tonic that kind of, all that shit-tasticness of the gin and the tonics get canceled out, and what you get left behind is deliciousness. It's like basically like a not super sweet Spritiness, especially with a little bit of lemon, It's fucking delicious. It's summer in a glass. So I like gin and tonics now. Basically, that's what that story is. It's kind of the opposite with this beer. I feel like there's a nice, rich depth of sweetness in barrel, in beer, in malts, and all that stuff going on in here. But I feel like the oak is just canceling out all that, and that's all you're kind of getting. Even though you can kind of taste all that other stuff on the periphery. It's very weird. Very weird. So yeah, is it a bad beer? No. Is it a good beer? No. Is it like neutral? Sure. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Age it. That's the point. We'll get to that in a second. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better barrel-aged stouts I've had as of late. Or blended beers. Because there's more than just a stout in here. No. The oak just overpowers it. Does a little bit too much for me. So, just not for me. Value availability, no idea. It was given to me. And I don't know if it's brewery only, so if people chime in, that would be awesome. And to say if you like what way like this. If you like oak tannins. If you like 2013 KBS, I think it was, that was the oak tannin bomb. If you like oak in your beers, you'll like this. And let's get to that point. Age this. If you have this beer, age this. Because, like I said, I forget exactly what year it was. I think it was 2013 KBS. Might have been 14. Just the oak on that was off the charts. And then a year or two later, I had it, and it was so much better. And then even a year later, I was like, oh my god, this is delicious. So oak tannins, especially in a stout, will drop off. So if this beer is just over the top of the oak, like I said, it's at best 6 months old. Sit on this beer. Sit on it. Give it 2, maybe 3 years, and then dive into it. And I think it might be a markedly better beer. I am going to hunt this beer down. I'm going to find a bottle of this beer, whether it is now or a couple years from now, and I'm going to re-review this beer, and I bet you my left testicle, that this beer, I give it like glowing results. I just think the oak on this is just off the charts huge, to the point where it just, it's like making a great dish, and the chef just put way too much garlic in it, and you just can't get past it, man. I think it's a really well done beer. I do, and I think it has crazy good potential. I just think that oak just gets in the way. So, if you like aging beer, you should pick up this beer, because you should pick it up, age it 2 years, give or take, from now, 2017, early 2017, then drink it. And if you like barrel-aged stouts that are beautiful, rounded, and have a lot of stuff going on, I think you will love this just in 2019 and beyond, not right now. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a nice barrel-aged oak bomb right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.